Hello, and welcome to the Journey with Janey podcast. I'm your host, Jane Anderson, and it's amazing to be back outside today. And yeah, the weather hasn't been great up here in the hills of Northumberland, but that's nothing fresh at this time of year. So it's lovely to be back outside, and I thought I'd come down to the stream, just have a bit sit, let the dogs run around, and yeah. So here we are. It's good to be back, and I hope you are enjoying the podcasts. And I'm so excited that we'll be inviting some guests along fairly soon. I've got a list of some amazing guests that will be joining us over the coming months. So watch this space, as they say. So today I'm here because we talked about Valentine's Day in last week's episode, and I did mention that Jonathan and I didn't celebrate Valentine's Day, and I have to admit I have been feeling a bit this weekend, and it's probably because of all the, well, that's what I'm putting it down to. Anyway, you know, all the hearts and the love, and that got me kind of thinking, well, actually, Jane, you need to up your game, get yourself out there, and just spend a bit of time out in nature, out in silence, and just reframe what you're actually thinking. Just, you know, we are powerful. Our mind is a powerful tool, and yeah, understanding how the thoughts and our feelings affect how we are as people on a daily basis. And I think the best way to describe that is, you know, if you got up in the morning and you stub your toe as you get out of bed, you're hobbling around, and then the kids have left the lid off the toothpaste in the bathroom, and it's all over the sink in the bathroom. You hobble down the stairs, and whoa, everything's, you know, whoa, and then, you know, you put your instant coffee into your cup, and the granules go all over the bench, and it's just like a rolling cycle of, because you've woken up, you've stubbed your toe, and you automatically think that the day is going to be bad. Instead of just, you know, you could switch that to, actually, I can get out of bed, hey ho, I've stubbed my toe, but today's going to be a good day. Even just by saying that, you're not thinking about it being a bad day and what else could go wrong. So, yeah, that's just a little thing that's just come to my mind, I suppose. Yeah, wow, get me. Anyway, so I'm sat at the stream, and I could quite easily just sit here and say nothing more, because I am actually distracted by how relaxing this stream is. And I suppose for me, sat here, for those of you listening on the channels and not watching on the other channels, it might actually just be a bit weird. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Yeah, so I am sat here relaxing. I'm trying to do a little bit of a different view. Anyway, I'm totally distracted now. I must get better with my camera skills. Yeah, so I'm sat here at the stream. Love it. Nature at its best. Stopped raining, which is even better. And I suppose on the nature front, you know, I'm surrounded by the abundance of nature here, and I am so lucky to be in this space. But just learning from nature as you go, every day there's something different. And I think it was in the autumn time when I was watching the leaves falling from the trees and things, and thinking how clever are trees. You know, they grow their own leaves, and they never complain in the winter when they lose their leaves. They just know that that's what happens. Nature does its thing. The same as birds and things. Yeah, that's kind of something to think about as well. You know, God feeds all the birds, but he doesn't put them in the food in the nest. They have to get them themselves. And I think one of my favourites is it's one of the things that Kim talks about a lot. Kim Calvert, who is my mentor, is the little squirrels that may be born in the summertime, knowing exactly that they need to stockpile, and in the winter they've got their own little heap of nuts. So yeah, nature knows what it's doing, and the only difference between us and nature is the fact that our mind, we can control our mind, and I think that is what is hard for people to accept or understand is probably the word. I honestly had no idea how we could control our thoughts or change our habits and beliefs. So this was, all new to me, and it is something I will go into in greater detail further down the line, but it's not something you learn overnight. But even just planting those seeds in your mind that actually, if there's something you want to change, you can change it. And one of the things that we've just started doing with Inside Dynamite Lifestyle is a 21-day challenge. And it takes, I think it's scientifically proven. Somebody might sort of tell me otherwise, but scientifically proven that you can change a habit within 21 days. So that is why this 21-day challenge is Inside the Source, which is our platform on our Dynamite Lifestyles platform. And yeah, it's absolutely amazing. But I've digressed again. 21 days to change a habit. Just think. I'm actually thinking now, how many people are still doing what they set out to do as a New Year's resolution? Is that going well? Are you still on track? And I think that links back to when I joined. It's all about accountability and actually having people doing the same thing as you, going through the same thing, working. I think I've already mentioned this in a past episode about being in your tribe, working with like-minded people and everybody cheering each other on, no matter where they are in life. And I think that has been my greatest help, having cheerleaders. No question too small or too big, for that matter. And understanding that I can change things. I can change things within me. I can change me. I can control me, but I can't control anything else. The only person you can control, or the only thing that you can control is you. And that was huge when I realised that. And I think I've talked about this before as well. So yeah, that was definitely my biggest understanding. And I work constantly on me, day to day, hence being at the stream here today, to be stronger and to grow my awareness and understanding of how powerful our mind is. I'm still growing, I'm still learning, and I will be for the rest of my life. I know that now. So it has been a journey, and like I said before, 21 days to change a habit or a belief or a paradigm, as some people call them. So there is ways and means, and the 21-day challenge is definitely something that if you're interested in finding out a little bit more about what I've done with regards to mentorship, it's a free challenge, and I'll happily join you and go through it all again, because it's absolutely amazing. And when I was doing the challenge, and I know it did spring to mind, wow, 21 days. And then it went back to my second hip operation, and I was actually on sticks within 10 days of my operation, and walking, not unaided totally, but walking with one stick within 21 days. So in 2022, I taught myself to walk again twice. And I was thinking, oh my goodness, this kind of links back to the, how powerful our mind is, and how, the determination to actually change those habits. Because you could get into the habit of, I was waddling like a penguin before I had my first hip replacement. And my mind was actually focused on that's how I walked. So I did actually have to teach myself to walk again. And, there's quite a few things when I've looked back that actually it is automatic. You do it automatic, but it's teaching yourself to do the new things automatic, and make things easier for yourself. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at today. And I know I've probably talked a whole load of nonsense and babbled, but I tell you what, I've loved the sound of that stream behind me. I'm just going to sit for 30 seconds before we finish, just in total silence, just for you guys to soak it in. Obviously, if you're driving, don't close your eyes, but if you're just sat listening with a cup of coffee, just shut your eyes for a minute. See how it feels. Listen to the water. I just talk quietly, but that's your minute. Didn't want to sort of shout loudly, but here we are, we're back. Anyway, it's surprising how long a minute feels when you actually just stop. Can you imagine how you would feel after 5 minutes sitting listening to that? So, I'm not saying you have to go and sit and find yourself some running water to, relax and switch how you're thinking, but if you're feeling a bit blur, take yourself out into nature, be it for a walk with the dog, or, I find it useful. You may not, but that's my go-to. So, thank you for listening today, and always remember there's something inside you that knows no limits, and it's time to believe in you. I believe in you, so let's do life together. thank you all for joining me on the Journey with Janey podcast. Always remember, there is something within you that knows no limits. It's time to believe in you. Click the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. I love reading your reviews and comments, so right away. So, if you're ready to take those small steps to transform your true self, let's do life together.